Hello everyone, welcome to Tathastu and welcome to our daily current affairs MCQs, where we are going to discuss a few things and that too through the MCQs. So let's get started. This class is being presented by me. My name is Khushboo. So let's get started with the very first question. But before this thing, the last question which we did yesterday, the answer was correct actually. That was related to the aloe vera only, right? So just a little bit of correction. Well, the very first question is, consider the following statements with reference to the self-help group, which is very important, right? Now, the very first statement is a group formed by individuals from a similar economic background who choose to unite for the shared goal of addressing their challenges and concerns through self-reliance and collaborative community efforts. Second is the Lakhpati Didi scheme, schemes to bolster women's empowerment by granting monthly financial assistance to eligible participants, enabling them to attain financial autonomy and steadiness. So you have to find out that from above statements which of these options are correct. So here the answer is option A, that is only first statement is correct over here, second statement is incorrect. This question was asked because recently only this particular this Lakhpati Didi scheme was announced. So government planning skill training for 2 crore women under Lakhpati Didi scheme, says official about this thing. So voluntary organization of individuals from economically disadvantaged backgrounds, typically composed of members with similar socio-economic profiles. And apart from that, the collective the commitment to address the challenges and the concerns will be done through self-reliance and community driven effort, wherein the people will be trying to, in order to sort out any kind of the concerns or the problem or the challenges related to this thing. Now, when it comes to the Lakhpati Didi scheme, it obviously from the name itself you can make out that what this thing actually is talking about. See, so obviously Didi, so women, so it is talking about women empowerment. So empower women by offering skill development training. So here this government is actually focusing on the skill development, because if you will be having some kind of skill, then you can employ yourself very easily. Either you can start your own business or you can work for any corporation or any company or anyone, right? So that can be done. So that is why the skill is something which is actually very important. Next is, it encourages women to establish micro enterprises. And what is the goal? Goal is to attain a minimum annual income of 1 lakh rupees. So this is what they are planning, that minimum at least 1 lakh rupees these ladies should be able to earn, so that it will be giving some kind of power to the women, because with money power comes. Okay, now consider the second question. Consider the following statements. The very first one is, fluctuations in solar weather have the potential to alter satellite orbits or reduce their operational lifespans. Second is, placing a satellite in the halo orbit encircling the first Lagrangian point, that is L1, within the Sun-Earth system offers the benefit of uninterrupted solar observation without any obstruction. Third is, satellites positioned at the Lagrange points necessitate a greater amount of fuel to sustain their designated position. You have to find out that how many of the above statements are correct over here. So this is quite easy one. So here the answer is option B, that is only 2 statements are correct and the third statement is wrong over here. ISRO's space probe to study the sun. What is Aditya L1 mission and its significance over here? So solar weather impacts the entire system's climate over here, and the variations in solar weather can alter satellite orbits, shorten their lifespan also, and apart from that it can damage the onboard electronics as well, and lead to power disruptions on the Earth. So all these things happen because of the solar weather. Now apart from that, understanding the events is very much essential, comprehending the space weather, that why all these things happen, how all these kind of things can be stopped also. So each solar storm directed towards Earth passes through L1, which is a point within the Sun-Earth system's orbital plane itself. Placing a satellite in the halo orbit around L1 offers a significant advantage. Continuous obstruction, unobstructed viewing of the sun can happen, because from the sun there is, solar winds which is actually hitting the Earth, right? So in order to understand that the impacts and everything related to that, we are basically using this thing. Okay. Now the next question, consider the following statements. The very first one is, the objective of the National Supercomputing Mission, that is NSM, is to establish a nationwide network of supercomputing grids that link research and educational institutions. The second statement is, the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology hosts the Pratyush supercomputer. Third is, supercomputers are mainly employed for processing and examining data at speeds comparable to regular desktop computers, rendering them a practical option for everyday duties. So you have to find out that which of these options are correct over here based on the statements given over here. Okay. So here the answer is option A. That is the 1 and 2 only. The third statement is incorrect. Why it was in news? It was in news because of the AI supercomputer. So India's AI supercomputer Airavat makes it to the list of world's 100 most powerful one. So that's really very good. So we are moving towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Well, the third statement is incorrect over here, because the supercomputers are obviously advanced. That is why it is called as the supercomputers. So these are advanced computing systems engineered for processing intricate calculations, simulations, and data analysis at remarkably high velocities. They are frequently employed in scientific investigations, engineering simulations, weather prediction, and other tasks demanding substantial computational power also. So all these are the kind of things which could be done by the supercomputers. Question number 4. It is related to magneta. So consider the following statements with respect to magneta. The very first is that this is a variety of neutron star characterized by an immensely strong magnetic field. Second is, they emit energy through bursts of X-rays and gamma rays. So which of these options are correct according to the statements given above? Here the answer is option C, that is both the statements are correct over here. So scientists unlock mysteries of magnetas, the most magnetic objects in the universe. So here the magnetar, what it is the extraordinary subtype of neutron star, and its distinctive attribute, it actually lies in possessing the incredibly potent magnetic field, because it is having that. As you can see, what it is actually showing, this is showing the magnetic field only. Okay, this magnetic field's intensity is approximately 1,000 times greater than that of the typical neutron star. 1,000 times. It is really very huge. So it is 1,000 times greater than that of the typical neutron star. Furthermore, it surpasses the Earth's magnetic field strength by the staggering trillion fold. So it increases. So here it is actually talking about the HD 45166, which is the massive star which has been recently discovered. Which one? So HD 45166. And the other statement is correct. So here, consider the following statements with respect to International Criminal Court. Okay, the very first statement is it is responsible for prosecuting individuals accused of the most serious offences that are of interest to the global community. Second statement is this is a distinct organization within the United Nations. Third is every permanent member of the UN Security Council acknowledges the International Criminal Court over here. So you have to find out that how many of these statements are correct. So here the answer of this question is option A. The first statement is correct and the second statement is incorrect. So only the first statement is correct over here. And over here the third statement is also incorrect. So why it was a news? Russia announces sanctions on ICC prosecutor UK ministers. So international court. So here it was established in 1998. 1998, sorry, it was established in 1998, which serves as its foundational and regulatory document. Apart from that, its operational commencement was actually done in 2002. 1st of July 2002, coinciding with the enactment of the statute, that is the Rome Statute. Here what the court is actually involved in. So the courts revolve around, the court's role involves probing and when justified prosecuting individuals accused of the most severe offences that are pertinent to the global community. Now the second and third statements are incorrect. So you need to know that why. So when it comes to the second one, although distinct from the United Nations entity, the court maintains a kind of collaboration pact with the UN over here. Okay. Now when it comes to the third statement, ICC's jurisdiction is recognized by 123 countries and these countries are basically the signatory of the Rome Statute. However, some prominent exclusions from this group includes the United States over here, then the China, Russia and India. Okay, fine. Well, these were the today's current affairs MCQs. I hope you people really enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye bye, take care and good night.